Yeah. I give you two now. You put mail order, that was 20, only gotta do first.
Hang on a minute. Let me make sure this thing's working right.
The 20th, it should have been ready 20th. What year? Be September 20th? No, it should have been ready November 20th meeting. Uh-oh. I wouldn't be. Have that copy to the thing. Oh, I'll do this. Oh, the computers are supposed to say that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the minutes of February 6th meeting. Back up in September. Yeah, I got the September. Okay. I got the September. I'll have to. First one, 9/18/2025 meeting called from 7 p.m. for the Trans Park, Coffee, Trustee, Ferndale Coffee. Don Lesson pledge for you to Don, minutes for the 9/11/2025 passed out in red. Approved, no seconded, approved, 3-0. Long-term meeting for trustee, Don talked about the capital improvement fund, bill 1461. Billy made motion to accept the capital improvement fund as presented or Gordon by the trustee, Gordon seconded, vote approved, 3-0. You can vote in terms of 34. Motion to 17 approved, says. I second. And, reconvene the meeting at 7:39. Meeting to address pay increases. John talked about pay increases that were in the budget for 2026. Building made motion to increase the trustee to $20,000. Both paid $4,000 for 2026. We'll spend them. Oh, yeah. Your second motion approved 3-0. Yeah. John talked like he would like to have a meeting 11/20/2025. Those will be sent out. And motion to adjourn to talk to you. I have a motion that we approve the minutes status. Get through the 20th. Yeah. All right. Green Township Supervisor report held meetings from 2025 at 6:30 p.m. to 43:95. Thanks for the report. Meeting called to order at 6:34 p.m. Prayer was led by Don Park. The pledge of allegiance was conducted. Attendees for the trustee and the deputy trustee, Don Park, board chairman,
George Coffey, and the Township Attorney Darrell Coffey. Trustee discussed the 2026 budget and updates on State Senate Bill 1 and how it affects budgeting in the year to be. Trustee also discovered changes in corrections to the 2026 fire. The accident was discussed pertaining to the new fire truck, i.e. truck back into a telephone pole and was driven by a member of the Green Township Fire Department. He was an engineer. This violated the current contract with the Township and Green Township Fire Department. Township members need time to review the accident report and discuss following. Full complaint number 25, blah, 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 blah. Was entered into the minutes record by George Coffey. Motion was made by George Coffey. In the meeting at 7:24 p.m. Don, second. Yeah, that's right. It was only good. Yeah. Don, second.
Motion we accept the minutes for November. Okay, meeting, sorry.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, John. Up there. Okay, January 6, 2026. Meeting called to order 6:31. President Abraham, Don Clark, Trustee Bill Fletcher, Don. Turn the meeting over to the trustees at the meeting tonight. Let's do electing officers of 2026. Don opened the floor for nominees for chairman. Billy nominated Don. That vote 2-0. Don chairman for 2026. Don opened the floor for nominee for secretary. Billy nominated George Coffey. Voted 2-0. Secretary for 2026. Trustee needs finance officers for 2026. Billy made motion for 2026 board officers to be the finance officers. Don seconded, vote 2-0. Billy made motion for adjournment to 3-1.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
And second, that was done.
All in favor?
Aye. That's all. That's the average now.
There is one thing about the business. This was discussed after the November 20th meeting. The state changed our Stephen money and how we are get that on the way to Stephen. It goes into the general fund and
How many thoughts?
Stephen. We'll talk about that later. One thing on old business that we're talking about. Under old business is certified vegetable. Back on the budgeting process, that came down January 15th. And I believe you guys all got a copy. Went to you guys, I don't know what it is. If we can work on that later, let's get a copy of our certified tax rate. 2026 is 0.1025. I have a copy of everybody certified, but if anybody wants to do that. Last year.
What's it called? A certified what?
Our certified is certified budget.
So we're 10.25 cents.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but our rate is in the certified budget. And our rate is 0.2025.
Yeah, well,
For 2025 in 0.019 cents. And the one thing I want to note out of that is we're getting less money in 2026 than in 2025. And our tax rate, that is the,
So those are the tax rates.
that is the tax rate for taking. like I said, if you want to know what everybody else's tax rate is, I have.
Yeah, I want a copy of both of that in your. No, I don't need that many.
41 pages.
I just want,
Yeah, that'd be good.
I just want the, yeah, Jackson County.
Would you like to have this? May want to check the township.
Just to make sure page two, what I think I know what I'm looking at.
That's what our tax is.
But that's our budget that we submitted for 20.
That is our rate for our budget.
Oh,
That's the rate. And that's for general.
okay. Do you want to see it then? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, I got a copy of that from Jackson County.
One copy of this
Yeah.
and copy of the fee. On Bartlett.
Yeah.
But I have a breakdown of all of them. Like,
Oh, that's the whole $1.40. That's everything.
yeah.
That's school.
Yeah. Hardly only.
Yeah, for the township. Yeah.
Anybody wants to know of that total tax rate? School is 0.79.
It says to a 2026 district rate, Green Township, 1.405, and what does that mean?
That's for total.
Total tax rate?
Total tax rate.
School.
County.
Library.
Ours is only 10.
That's what we're paying into
That's what a resident pays.
the, okay,
Only 10 cents of that county.
okay, so we're 9 overall. Agreed.
Oh, for the whole county, yeah, but probably way less than that.
Yeah,
Nine from the call department.
Okay. Dale, okay. Get it even living green down here.
No, but he knows about it. He probably has the market for pop. Market was. Yeah, was there any questions? Okay.
The only question I got, Mr. Chairman, Dale may chime in on for the, this is the chief, summary of the accident report for the, 600 feet of hose fell off and disabled 2 vehicles and tore up 2 other ones. Plus the accident report, is that going to be considered old business? Or are we going to do
That
new
would be,
business?
that would be new code.
Okay,
Happen.
Yeah.
I have to wait.
November 20th minutes. Said
get up from your nap.
the truck was driven by an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Is there anything in place? Or can we put something in place? Make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, you got your contract. Um, regulations of it. So you can consider that in breach of the contract. Right, it's on the contract. It is. So that's, I mean, it's obviously not what you wanted. I don't know what measures, if any, they've taken. Maybe no one here knows. Have they done anything to ensure that doesn't happen again?
They did an accident for people. There's been an accident since then. If they provide, if you want to get up there for fun. So, my, let's meet on this is that we wish to interact with the fire department. Put it on the agenda to address that with them believe that you're,
Right, we need to address that, you need to address this, your truck, it needs to be fixed and not just. It could have been, he got lucky, it could have been a lot worse than it did, he just got that, it's not that bad. I mean, for being a brand new truck, it needs fixed.
So I think last time, last meeting, when I was there with me, John had said that it was 21 was already in the contract,
Yeah,
but they had briefed it. And we didn't do anything official, we just kind of talked about it, it's like, well, thank God, nobody got killed.
right,
It wasn't major damage, but it was damage to the township taxpayers' property in Brandford.
yeah,
That's why, I got all three reports. I don't know if you want to see them or if not. And then we've just kind of figured out, okay, anybody in anyone's chain of command, even though they probably know the rules, can break the rules or really not shit you can do, but to reprimand them, right? So you got the head chief, the other guy goes, I'm gonna violate it.
well,
And well, something, I think they need to pay for the damage.
well, we need to send them a formal letter stating that they must replace it, get the truck, replace it, get it fixed.
Brand new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's,
just,
yeah, I know. I
it votes on,
Yeah.
I think it'll vote on, but
Yeah, not no cringe stuff,
no, they need to go back to this manufacturer and have it one
brand
day.
new, yeah, I agree.
I think we can send them a formal letter. I think the job send it or I can't.
We think about that. I agree, but
Yeah, it sounds good.
They don't
All
want
it
to,
does is need to be.
if they don't want their insurance, they pay for it.
I think it'll come from the attorney. Yeah, but the trustee and the board. I'll write them up to you.
Okay.
we just got, and I told them they wanted back. Yeah.
Okay, any other old business? New business?
Annual budget.
Jill, I'm gonna pass out your guys' copy. I've not passed that out before yet. I figure I would pass it out if we came to this tonight, that would be, I'm saying, a little more organized. See, I've got a binder to keep myself organized tonight. We've done this before, hopefully it's not before. Page one shows the base page work I submitted on 2/3 of 2026. I can unsubmit it and make any changes necessary. It is due by the 28th of February, though, final submission. So that's what the first page is. If you submit it, you can print it. It's final copy. If you don't submit it, you'll be printing this copy. So, page one. And I think on page two is our fund. It does not show the highway fund. That's, it didn't exist when they bought it. It shows our cash balances in each account on January 1. And then it shows how much came in to each account, how much was spent out of each account. And then our cash balance as of 2025.
So we're at 1.5 or 1.3? We're at 1.3.
So we gained,
1.3.
we gained about 150,000.
Yeah, column one is where we started, column at the end is where we ended. Well,
So we're at 1.3. So
September 5, that's what it's been, with that, the December 31st.
right. Oh, I see it now.
So it come before that, about 107, about 90, almost 100,000, but into later 55,000. Oh, yeah. So that is money in, money out in the page 3, starting down through the township fund, tells you how much we receive on tax disbursement, first column. Transfers in and from another fund. Think about this right now. It shows $3,037.05. That is a housekeeping payment. And it coincides with the balance of the payment deduction. Oh, yeah. When I started using program, with payroll company, I didn't get tax deduction not 1 year program. So we've been carrying them. So that number there is just an in-house cleaning, putting that back into the general fund for payroll. So not income or anything like that. It's truly not a transfer. It's any of that's what that is. We've been carrying that from year to year to year on the payroll deductions, yeah, which is what they included that up last year. Earnings on investment was $55,878.68. We'll cover that in depth financial report. Then it goes down to township assistance, which shows the money that came into the township assistance. Because we didn't collect part of our general fund, the township property tax. The next one is the firefighting fund. They breaks it down into how much was general property tax, there was vehicle excise, commercial vehicle excise tax, split money. And for the firefighting fund, accumulating fund, for the fire fund, it breaks it down the same way. And the last one is payroll deductions. And it shows what was taken out for payroll deductions, and it shows, and held for the payroll deduction. Page 4 is blank. That's one little thing. Break the bottom page. And that's like it. Page 5 is disbursement, salary and wages, the person and services, which is all taxes, by the way. All part of the township tax. Office supplies, printing and advertising, insurance, rentals. Breaks it down to the township fund. Breaks down the firefighting fund. We used $30,000 firefighting fund last year for the contract. The cumulative fire company is $13,787 or 30 cents more. Equipment and phone, payroll deductions, that's the total payroll deduction from the employees and township and the employer. The next page, page 6, breaks down the personal service and make what part of this. It breaks down the office supplies, net results fee, goes down, breaks down service charges, Microsoft, the attorney, buying up the DOS for mowing, everything shows there. The page 7 finishes that. Out of the township fund. One big expenditure out of the township fund is $155,000 that went with the firefighting funds contract. There is $5,579.76 for expenditure. Events for cemetery. Firefighting fund again shows $230,000 paid out. Cumulative fire breaks it down. Who was paid $2,183, 77 sold the capabilities that they reflected the box. They ended up getting 1 to 3 later on the translation. So the employee withholding. And it shows on their other disbursement, which shows the transfer of funds for withholding back into the general.
Got a quick question on six.
Page 6.
Yeah, the 10/28 paycheck for $4,200. If that ain't what they charge you, it's just do payroll with it.
That is payroll and tax.
Oh, and tax, okay. I'm gonna say, how do you all offend you?
Payroll, all the
Right,
payroll
checks are on.
Yeah, the payroll, the taxes, quarterly filing, everything. So it's not cheap, but it sure is nice. One of the things I have coming up is the audit for workman's comp. All I have to do is go into their program, print out 2 or 3 things they want out of that, and forward to them.
So we're actually Dale's. And, it's more 37.50, wasn't it?
Well, you know, pay part of it, you pay your report.
Oh, yeah.
Part of it, one payment late,
Okay.
or out of December last year, but towards that.
Okay.
Page 8, again, is just to recap. It does break down insurance, rentals,
Yeah.
which is what we can treat, you know. Page 9 just says what funds we have. Page 10 is another sheet that we don't have anything with, is because that thing, that would be like, so, but you do not have any. So there's nothing there. Deficit fund balances, we have no deficit fund balance. Some agencies do. Page 12 is leases, we have no leases. We don't lease anything. If we lease, we don't lease anything out. Transfer report, we covered that. Page 14 is the capital asset. And I did not take anything off the capital asset. Basically, we don't have much under the bottom portion, bottom 30. Why didn't they get really anything for any value depreciation? The middle section is the apparatus, and I didn't take, yes, I did take the reduction there. What I've been doing there is just taking 10% of the overall value of the apparatus, deducting that. They have a more complex thing that they use, it's actually a larger amount. And I think the 10% is more in line with what our factor is. The top part covers the land and so forth, build up the values, county, or I've not listed that, but I have added that. We've got the resolution about the cemetery, that stuff. Even the capital improvement of the capital assets of ledger and this year. So that's the tax value that all 3 cemeteries have, don't pay tax on. Page 15 is available, which is anything that's in page less than 20.5 that hadn't written, which is nothing. Page 16 is township assistance. There was not any township assistance paid out. The $1,100 there is we did, well, we did have 1 person apply for township aid last year, and he died, they don't provide social security number for requirement. It wanted to make, or the rental fee paid. Page 17 is more before we. Page 18
Is that, page 17? 68. Says total number of referrals of township assistance applicants to the program. 12, is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Most everybody that calls has them applied elsewhere. And that is the rule of the law, the rule of the land. They're supposed to come to the township as a last resort. There are other agencies around there to feed people.
Oh, and that's a state law?
That is, yes. Yeah, and part of the standard. They cover that in the township meeting. If you're the first come on board or the one they're trained, they cover that. Most everybody that calls, I get them hooked up with the CCAP monitor. And most people are wanting energy system, electricity, propane, gas, bills paid, and stuff like that. And that's a really good program, and the qualification level for that is much more lenient than what the state has. Doesn't. But people that if they qualify, if you don't qualify for CCAP, it's good to make our qualification. And if they don't make our qualifications, and they are needy, they normally make the CCAP. Page 18 is the value of case management services. If I'm trying to figure that out, how to do it. I have page 19 is retirement fund for anybody. And that's what that is. That is your annual financial report. Or your annual budget.
John, real quick,
Yes.
who has the last year's minutes? Do you have these two that we went over tonight? You're gonna stick them in that book? Okay,
I have a book I keep.
okay,
You'll need to keep a copy of all of it.
all right.
In book. I'll find it. Billy got his, turn over to.
Yeah. They're pumping in there and they're scattered around. People are attending the golf anyway.
All of them that I know I have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Got the 1-6.
Yeah, that's the first one submitted, so I think that we've done this year so far.
So the meeting that I wasn't in, doesn't have to be.
That's it.
Oh, that is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that is, yeah.
oh, it was on 1/6. That's it. All right.
There's always the first, it is always the first Tuesday following the first Monday in January.
Yeah.
That's what the statute is. I don't know how or what you're supposed to do, but that doesn't work. That's what the statute says. I know one of the township, they're meeting on Thursday that week. Hey, that, I'll get back to there. Anybody have a question?
No. So what can we do? But where's the shore? They can say, where's the shore, 55,000 for Anderson?
Okay, it is, I'll put you down,
Yeah, fine, sure.
it is, detailed receipts. On page 3,
Uh-huh.
it is the second paragraph, burning from the benefits of the department.
Oh, it's 55,870 though?
Yes,
That's
now
not,
I will cover that in the financial report, which will be back.
you can tell us what we do with the vendor.
Well, the interest is all in the general fund.
It has to go somewhere.
It has to go in the general fund. So,
Can we do a effective appropriation and put it somewhere else if we want?
the only way we can move money from one fund to another is to get it outright. We can transfer money, transfer money. Rainy day fund. And not transfer any from other rainy.
Can't transfer it to the
No,
But we take the rainy fund and pay for it.
you can take rainy day fund and pay for things that are budgeted.
But I assume, we're getting interest. I can see it's need to go somewhere besides general fund.
Well,
It'd be,
yeah,
So is the county gonna get some of that shit too?
I don't know.
no, most people, like, you know,
Oh, that's why, yeah.
I also have an annual financial report copy here out of the web. And I don't know, if it's either anything. I don't know if it's-
Yeah. I guess personally, I'll make the motion if we accept the 2025 annual money report.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Well, I get that fine. Okay. Finance. And chairman. Option or option. Which I can probably, I can think I can. Any of them very function.
2024. That's better. So it's it.
You explain here. Okay. There's Richard in here.
Okay.
Then, find it here, and you put separate. You gotta sign twice. Yeah. Sign it,
Yeah, so if anybody goes to jail, it's you.
sign it, and then put your name under it.
Full biz.
Yeah. The trustee somewhere just got average like 1.7 million.
You done cutting grass, you can't bad the bridge.
Where's that? Is another.
That's usually where the less lethal offenders go, isn't it? Can't bad the bridge.
I'll call it.
I didn't want to, I didn't want to, couldn't. Trustee,
Right.
yeah, what time?
Township.
Yeah.
Well, New County, that's right.
Yeah,
Well, they get credit cards and everything.
yeah, 1.7 million.
That's pretty sweet. Hey, you need to replenish my credit card. Yeah, but you're in Florida. Yeah, but I need it.
Well, that is something, we have a credit card policy. And you guys look at it, ain't one.
But as long as you don't call me from Florida saying you need it plus.
Well, it's one thing, I think the credit card policy is, I'm not supposed to cash on it.
That guy was doing it.
Yes, I'm fine with that. Billy Dogs like under,
You think they turned the state witness on him? And they were part of the game?
You off, another option one.
under option.
Oh my God, they were part of the freaking scam.
Said option one. Yeah, financial. Some. We did do a very good job finding. Finding a bus, did they?
I'm like, look, if you're gonna be a crook, be a good one. So you take more than $1 million, come on now.
Well, so, okay, the only way you take it,
Wait a minute.
you're gonna get caught.
Jamie Knoll, state trooper, remember, that went to prison last year, found Jesus at the end. He was my classmate. I knew something was wrong with that dude as soon as I met him. I was like, how is this dude driving? Okay, the rest of us didn't have a car because we saw what the payment was gonna be. Right? On the hopes we would get a payment. Jamie Knoll was driving a Corvette in the state police academy. And I was like, damn, what the hell is he gonna be a trooper? But had a higher call. He had kudas and, oh my God. Yeah, he found Jesus. He just,
No. No, that's, yeah,
what was it, either the wife or the daughter turned state witness again?
actually. Bars. Before you, you have my annual financial report, for everybody. That's, I have done the 14. And we've got 3 accounts, 2 bank accounts. One at home bank, one at PMO in Martinsville, both are checking and savings accounts. I actually have no checks. All accounts, I wrote one, never have checks. It's basically used with the checking and savings account. Like each money, I transfer to home banks. Our third bank account is a Trust Indiana Savings Fund account. Started in 2023. First funds were deposited in August of 2023. This is the same thing we passed out last year. I list all 3 of them: home bank, BMO, and that in on the page like I wanted to. I wanted to go through it, but I just the all words are well. But the other thing I also do is I keep every year on the report. And in 2025, when we look at home bank would be $136.29 to make sure. BMO was $17,255.25. And we normally have around $450,000. The $37,798.40 trust the end of fund, we normally have $800 to $1 million. The total interest for 2025 is $55,378.94.
What is the trust in Indiana state?
Exactly that, it is a fund of Indiana have. That's called the Trust Indiana Fund.
Oh, so if we're town, local government can put money in it?
Yeah, paying $400 now, so a better interest rate.
And it plays close to what a CD is. And I can put money in it today,
Yeah.
take it out tomorrow, and open it.
No. The front page is throwing me for a loop unless I'm not automatically following it. No CDs are held by the unit and no invested are held.
No investment.
No investment. Okay.
We have no investment.
That's pretty on we accept it.
Or would be extension time.
Okay, all right. Make the motion, we accept the annual finance report given for the 3 accounts.
I'll second it.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
The last page,
Yeah.
and it's actually Form 350,
Yeah.
which is the page after the thing.
Okay.
Okay. That's how that is.
Yeah, I like to do it. Sometimes I don't.
We,
Like to know, do something with this interest money to throw in general fund for everybody to use.
we can just, we'll talk about it sometime.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can get it.
We pay everybody health insurance.
Buy health insurance.
Well, you need to have it, you can, I mean, there's townships that pay for health insurance.
Should we have annual meetings down in like Destin, Florida?
There's townships that pay for health insurance, there's townships that pay into pension. Next thing I have is cemetery report. I didn't have any big cemetery expenses this year, and I had the money. I had to be Yeah, front fence along 24 on the cemetery replacement. And I asked for 3 quotes, got 2. And you can look at the quotes. Don't know which one I took. Same company, but events, Robbie. I can't remember the other company I contacted. 5,000 versus 9. Yeah, but look, it's pamphlet of 50 years.
That's not. And then a lunch. This is the one that's on before, right?
But, not the union cemetery.
Oh.
They're both the.
And it's already,
On there.
is it something gonna be done this year?
No, it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Okay.
Done in the year. I actually had to wait. They kind of consider this to be a public works project now. And you have to bid it out to 3 different vendors, you have to wait so many days, everything. And they make something simple like maintenance, like that, it's not the maintenance. But you have to everybody certified each year, like 1 year for the cemetery, got nobody working, have enough money to do, enough money plus to do that. That had been in disrepair all year and one give them. So we got that. Next thing we'll talk about is, talk about this in November, for the meeting feeling. They changed the FIT and the CBED. We get CBED money twice a year, around $900 some dollars. And a portion of it went in the fire fund, portion of it fund, remainder went into the general fund. They designated that it all has to go into the general fund unless you adopt the resolution, put it somewhere else. And I have the resolution to do that
We're talking $900.
twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah. And resolution, they open to, resolution to Green Township provide for board authorizing the deposit, feedback fund, whereas Green Township provide for board is providing for the board of Green Township, or county, and authorizing the township to receive the feedback and distribution in any fund. Has to be done by resolution. Be it therefore resolved, Green Township advisory board that all feedback funds shall be received into the fire fund for the township, all of which is adopted this day, 2026,
It's, that keeps the county from getting in the background.
it puts it into the fire funds.
They can't touch it.
The fire fund is protected fund, and they can't touch it. And that is my recommendation. We'll talk about tonight, and do it fine, we'll bring it up to the meetings. It wasn't on our agenda to do something that might happen.
I'll make the motion to we accept resolution 2026-2. Get the bridge.
CVEP.
Can see, yeah.
But it was.
That was 900 every, twice a year.
900 plus.
Yeah.
Twice a year. Plus twice a year. Which months?
The fire fund. Okay. I think it's 941, maybe 9, something like it varies, so.
I said,
One favor.
Aye.
apparatus.
Sure.
Did your, did some,
I've talked with the fire department. They definitely would like to have a smaller truck. Like we've been talking about everything. I have done some pricing, Darling. I did inquire into their manufacturing price. And that's probably not this again. They're cheap. They, it's very range. And things without already being the last year, they're finished by. Solid versus like the recommended like 18. And that's up for base models without options to it at all. I've got price point you talked to. I mean, that's now you guys can look at it. The real thing is, what do you guys think?
how much money do we have cash on hand to carry towards a new vehicle?
Yes, it's $498,000.
Good.
That's what's in the human fund.
What's in the
Then we got about 90,000 in the rainy day fund.
300. 398,000. Got money in the rainy day fund. We've got money in general. I talked to John Bart about this in November. My recommendation is we have money and pay what we don't have on team fund, 15 fund money instead of 28. Any money we got a rainy day fund, take the money into the contracting. Instead of the one thing's in, take the money in the general. That it is, and the one thing's going in the 20.
So how much are we going to finance the entire cost of the truck?
No. I would finance what we need to, over what we have to pay for the truck. There may be some things we want to do with the truck locally rather than manufacturing. That we can get that cheaper, we want that here.
What kind of money? So we got 498 towards the truck.
398,
Where'd you come up with that?
that's cheap money.
498K in Q fund,
398.
398. For them, like, again,
Because I said that.
That's car finance fund. No. Cumulative car, we only got 305,000. That's what you reported. And your finance report. Go five.
Oh, yes. We get money this year.
Yeah, we got 102,000 last year.
Yeah, we get money this, we get money this year.
Yeah, so if we get 100,000. So that'd be 405,000.
so we got 305.
Yeah. And if we could take our 55,000 from our interest and put it in the rating fund and take that 55,000, put it towards truck two. It'd be like 360 then.
So we got another 100 and something K coming from the Q fund. Is that what you did this year?
Well,
We have budgeted,
that's what we got last year.
we have budgeted 355,000. Spend down this year.
For the truck.
For the truck.
Okay.
We have $36,000 in covered this year. Which gives us $298,000. We'll have a few $1,000s left. Never know exactly what that is.
And the interest rate for a loan is 2% a year from that Indiana fund, is that right?
No.
No,
So it would probably be 2% more than one in also done. We're getting 3.5%. Going off the slide. But in the long term, I know what we're going to do it. Long term, ensures money down the road.
What about that? Get out county, so, yeah.
Right now, Senate Bill 270 not passing the House. And House Bill 315 not passing the Senate today. And I don't know, I won't know the legislative review until tomorrow. How
I suppose there's probably pretty much out of question, a good use thing coming out there.
Next year will be, if they make any major changes, they'll have next year long session.
which wouldn't take effect till next July.
Yeah, they're talking this year about possibly, the only thing they're talking about that might pass this session is the local income tax, pushing that off to 2029. Set, the law is set for 2028, and they push it back a year. That's what they're talking about. That's,
Because of an election year. Isn't that what it is?
2030.
2028.
yeah, like 28,
Yeah.
president.
Yes, that was very good.
So 398K got on hand. The interest, the interest on the loan, depending on how much a new truck or a used truck, well, a used truck, they would only have 5 or 5.5%.
5 and 6.
Okay, so 5 to 6% of 300K. That's what would have to be spread amongst the taxpayers, right? And we got how many agreed?
Roughly
3,800?
I think you don't have to borrow 100,000, we're not borrowing here.
It depends on what you want to find. The borrowing amount. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see us borrowing to.
I can see it. And how long is their set, certain, you can pay back in 2 years, or turn back, yeah,
We can do it
pay back in 2 years for me.
probably. If we do 150,000, I'd say yes. 100,000 for 3 years. That would have money available for all that money. Yeah.
So I guess the big thing is, I don't think taxes are going down. So just roughly, Billy, do the number again. So let's say 200,000 divided by 38. That's a,
Where you divide it at.
so you're doing $200,000 divided by 3,800 taxpayers, say, for the township. And that gives us a flat base number, no interest, no term of loan.
Well, where do you want the interest per person or?
No, I don't want I just want a flat rate. I just
Yeah.
want to see what the flat rate is. And I don't care about the term, I don't care about the interest, I just want to see what the flat rate would be.
They have to, well,
But we're talking about how to finance it. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get a ballpark.
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
So that would be 200,000, what I said, right?
But really, then really your payments would be coming out of the Q fund money that comes back in every year. So it's not really raising taxes.
They're not raising.
We're borrowing again, really borrowing against the Q fund money, 2 years, take back.
But the state's gonna charge us.
The trustee, fund.
Yeah, it's on this.
Yeah, so we gotta pay.
Yeah.
So the interest is gonna be a hell of a lot cheaper than the two jet.
What I know is on what they quoted me for Starlink, the apparatus will go up more in here, I don't interest.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt.
So the philosophy is, well, let's wait a year. Will cost you more than the interest. We did this.
What kind of hoops do we have to jump through to borrow the 100 to 150,000?
I think
And Dale co-signed.
I think I turned in an application to, the trustee that get approved, and then I think we have to adopt the resolution.
We don't have to do like that first term, we have to go get them.
Don't have to.
You don't have to go on tax, you don't have to go on a tax road.
Right. Yeah, by doing it this way. By the.
Could come on it, yeah, but we're just paying the letters.
Question. With all this BS that the state's doing, try to get rid of township government, centralized, like the old Soviet Union.
If they
Would
take
it be-
over, they take
would-
the debt.
Would it be smarter to try to save some of this actual cash we have? And can we protect it and then borrow more?
If we wanted to buy a $600,000 truck,
Okay,
just spend 300,000,
yep,
borrow 1,000.
300,000, yeah.
That
Good, then save us 98 grand. Hey,
98 grand that we've got towards equipment each year, 3 years.
yeah,
And then if we're short on Q fund money, because Q fund money, everybody said go once,
yeah,
still got money.
I like that.
Without jumping in the rate thing, but last year, so we're short in $5,000. And we gotta borrow it.
Yeah, they're gonna show their, I mean, they're already telling us they got the aces. So it's just when they're gonna throw the joker out there of what year's gonna make it, and I think, like you said, the long session next year, when they'll get the time to really hammer it out. So we save as much money as we can for our own township of our taxpayer money that's been saved.
But what in the near future, when do they need, when the fire department will have to have air packs and turnout gear,
4 years before we're looking to find
air packs,
a large sum of.
so we borrow,
And I think
150,000 for it, and do it for a couple of years, and we'll have enough.
Save
Well, that next 2 years will give us another couple 100,000 to put back in for air packs and stuff later on. If we continue getting
They're still
100,000.
here.
Yeah, for sure here.
Yeah, that's another thing is that if we get that,
Yeah,
they get the debt.
yeah. Other problem.
That's.
But I can see, maybe I can't see it.
Should we go with curb feelers on the new one in case? it's-
I'd say, borrow 150,000 or something, doesn't even look like.
You don't know prices yet.
Well,
Oh,
And then there's gonna be some sticker shock.
we get one with a squirt gun on it?
well, you just have to wait till the FDIC show, and go burn and just start.
So,
What is that?
April.
April?
So this is what we've talked about.
And that's.
That is the
International Chassis,
international
Chevrolet.
international Chevy motor.
Oh, that'll fit right down my driveway.
Yeah, that's.
And that is one of the advantages.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it,
There's a lot of driveways,
the big ones are brute.
there's a lot of driveways right now, they sit on the road and.
Hell, I know a lot of driveways you couldn't take that up right now.
And
That's a pumper?
and then pump, it'll pump 1,500 gallons of water, and just like the big, it should not, it doesn't carry as much water. And it's the reason you'll see a lot of these trucks on 4,550 chassis.
That thing's only rated at 350 horsepower for 6.6 diesel.
Yeah. And he's low.
Yeah, yeah.
Did pick those engine up from the Soviet Union?
I don't.
I mean, that sucks.
Well, they probably got it down.
What, who makes that damn engine?
It's 6.6.
It's more
That's
horsepower.
the third match?
Yeah,
It's more horsepower than that might be.
yeah, the new 3/4 ton truck for 450 horse.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
What's this thing running? 540,000?
There's one,
Did you want to see the picture? You know what, you need to ride on that thing one time.
here's another one.
I'm 37.
I figured that,
There's two copies there.
oh, there's a discount if you, finance with them. Oh, gee, it's probably 630.
Well, Bart's got a pricing. This is another pricing. I passed out,
Oh, gee, I didn't see the total at the end.
right. I think there's gonna be some sticker shock.
I'll give you 5 to use on next.
Well, there's the inherent problem with buying new tax credits at the end.
Why?
Yeah.
All these used sport buzzers, diesel buzzers are junk.
The,
When you buy these 3 or 4, if you find 3 or 4 year old, they're having problems with that.
no. And that's 613,000, that's the same one you got?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No?
I passed out one 613, I passed out one 612.
I got both of the ones,
I got 612 on both of these.
yeah, mine's 613.
Bart has copies of the truck with a light tower. Billy's 612, I think, is copies of the truck with electronic deck gun. You can have a deck gun, the light tower, or a light tower, with no deck gun.
Is the deck gun a remote?
Yeah.
You can spray fire from inside the cab.
So where's these 400 something out, what are you talking about?
They're going away, they're all sold.
It's an F550 sold by Valves,
You know,
and it doesn't have the poly body. It has a tail pump and a tail valve, and it's a 4.52. And it's 300 gallons of water, not more. Like I said, there are cheaper versions, cheaper things out there.
So from the firefighter's perspective, what's better to have? A light tower or the freaking remote sprayer?
We need to have them at the meeting and talk to
Who?
the fire department.
Yeah, but you're firefighter, he's the
for
firefighter.
600,000, maybe you're just better off than run a big truck, I think bottom end, that
The,
kind of price,
That's what
the,
it is crazy, 600,000 for a small truck.
well, the cheapest I could find, engine, like what we have, break down bare bones virgin model, 300 or 886,000
But you mean the one like our new truck?
Yeah, a stripped down version, no option, no shelving, no extra shelving or anything.
Wait almost 2 years to get ours.
They can, they can build this, we can have it in anywhere. Or they've got some units that are built, but they don't match everything on here. This is not your own fire department. There's stuff on your pick on. Oh, but I wanted to show you how much you can.
They want more stuff than that's on there?
No,
Oh,
they can live with less. There's some things on here that put on here that way you can see how much the truck could cost. Oh, here is an option.
That's 600,000.
This is with a manual deck, electronic.
Would we say 5,000?
No. Like 14,000. And
Oh. You know, remote shit always goes bad. Okay, so there's 595. 612, 613. Don, you want to pitch in? You got any savings money, not doing anything?
No, maybe, maybe,
Does it fail?
maybe just buying a four-door truck cab with a camper shell on it, and then so they start running the medical run instead of a big truck on.
they won't do that.
I don't put in the contract, don't have to.
I would promote it.
We sit there without fall.
But what you want to go back and look at is the base price of an apparatus, $137,280.
Yeah.
And every option costs you money.
Okay, why is it that much? Just, is it because it's firefighting stuff? Well, they know it's taxpayer dollars, so it's like,
Oh.
or it's a little above. It's probably like the, federal government with, tanks.
So
Well, it's
once,
a specialized piece.
so once the Darling got, if they go to a little bit smaller chassis,
Nothing.
that's it. They don't operate it.
You don't find anybody building on small. Can't get plate.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's a 1.5 ton frame then?
Yeah.
But a 550,
550 has.
somebody other manufacturer, they think right for that much cheaper. And they're not.
Everybody's all, it all depends upon, you'll have a base price and then what you get with the truck. Darling price, their base price has a lot of options that $460,000 truck without, does not have.
Do we have a Darley that when we bought?
Yeah.
What are all the goofy issues we've had with it since we've
I
had
think
it?
they've had some.
Because it was out of service for a while, wasn't
It's been out of, I think it's either electrical or something.
it? Okay.
Which a truck being out of service, I can get it when you do.
Oh, yeah, it's just like anybody else.
Yeah.
It's hit and miss.
Yeah.
But the Darley truck, this has, is 500. Base price is full cast. Same as our engine and compressor both. Take the compressed air comb off. Which they don't want to do. $27,000 cheaper. That $560,000 truck would be $590. And the Darley truck had one of the electronic butterflies on one side, which is $6,000. That's the thing over there. Stock truck that other manufacturing prices together lower, but to come out to where Darley is very price possibly more, but it will cost you considerable money to get there. So, and it's like,
So the board would have to vote on the final product.
you guys.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah, I'd say we just need to, right now, table it till the FDIC show and see what else.
There you go, that makes sense.
So there's all kinds of things up there, and they'll price you all over the board.
Yeah.
And get you in there and stuff. And then you're gonna find out the same thing. Around. Yeah. Prices are moving down. And you'll see other trucks, benching trucks, and see house trucks up there. I can get it out there because we know that. Before the show. There's one you need to have demo. I can get you the Darley truck in Ohio. Then come to the show. But it got, I don't think.
I don't know one.
Yeah. But we've been over this, we tell you guys all of it, what cause. Go ahead, any problem. And last year's price on the base truck was $553,000.
It's gone up over $100.
No, no, no.
Point down on the base track.
Oh, base truck. Yeah, total base truck. They've got 3 of them set in the factory that are built on the specs on it. They have a demo in Ohio, about 8,000 miles on it. That can be driven over here and have it next week for $564,790. They would take,
Nice.
they would take $5,000 off that price, $560.
All $5,000?
And it's got a few options on it. It's got the deck done on it. But part of this pricing here, and I can go down through it. You guys take this and look at it, how we're going through this, because most of them are similar to get them light tower or something like that. And I'll go through it. Base price is the $537,280. When you get down to the compartments on the driver's side, there's a shelf in the front compartment that comes. A stock truck doesn't have any shelf. It's $550. Out and down sheet shelf over the wheel well, I would change to a fixed shelf to $850, which is $2,700 for an out and down shelf. And an out and down shelf, hard to reach up. You click the thing, you can roll it out to get it down. But it's not tall enough to take it. Absolutely, yeah, and that saves almost $2,000. Fixed shelf in the rear compartment. Want that. Then passenger side compartment, the front compartment on the passenger side dedicated to the 2 air bags, air bottles that are not in the cabin. That way we can see it. And sorry, requirement. The R2, again, it's another out and down shelf. Change it to one with the big shelves. An R3 shelf, which is the rear compartment. One shelf. Option below that. It paid for the lift. Here you have. That is a slide out tray with complete solution. What that is, the tray is slides out. And has the rotisserie application to it. I would buy that look. I think you have to buy from that. And asked by Jordan or Charlie at the fire department what they had. When you get down to the body compartments, the 110 volt power short, it's got plug-in. You plug it into the truck, not parking. What that does, wires the truck, 2 compartments, they can have 110 hook up.
Right.
Charge your battery pack for the education. Stuff like that.
Oh, that's right, they're all batteries. Yeah.
Yeah, they move back. Another thing that I don't think is needed, is the rear seat air buckle package. I don't think it's the only thing big. Definitely want the air package in the cab. There's not charge for that.
So this is gonna be driver, passenger.
2, 3 on the back.
Oh, so a total of 4.
Yes.
Okay. With 2 air packs, not 4.
there's 2 air packs in the department,
Okay. Oh, and then,
2 in there.
okay.
Just gotta have that air pack for every position only one. You want the rear Chevron thing for safety, that would, I would do all the decal lettering of
Is that what we did with the truck?
well, you take off, I don't know which one you're looking at. You take off 28,000 per deck. They haven't got there down. But it's there on my sheet. Yeah, I'm gonna go out, what's on the back sheet, so on the front sheet. Well, I got 2 there.
I got the one that's 595.
But yeah, I think we could get lettering, detailing, and then I have that. I think we spent $2,500 a year for detailing. They did lettering on the estimate part of the package. Base package of the truck we bought. This truck is actually. The hose bed truck. It goes back to the one they just lost.
Yeah.
I had a discussion with them about whether we want that or not done there, but we want it done here. They said, well, if you have it done there, we're going to take it to here, what they get done, take it to the shop here.
Having the duty.
In every duty. So I think to have it done, sure, people approximately. Next thing on mine is White Town. They do not have White Town. They do not have to have a deck gun. It'd be nice to have a deck gun on it, because you need why I said deck gun on it. You get no point for White Town.
But what would that bring? Still 600,000?
It brings it down 30,000 on mine. 612, 580. Back. I'm
Keeping the deck gun.
Yeah. Well, that's there's 28,000.
The deck gun.
Can't have 28. White Tower's 30.
Does the deck gun do a 360?
Electric one? Yes. The manual does too.
But it's not, I mean,
Is it that?
they never, you know,
Do you have a deck gun?
It gets used once in a while.
they won't know that little bit, you know, now.
There's 2 copies of it, and I'm looking at the kill.
So if I'm tracking,
So,
response from firefighter, let's get there, secure the scene, look for patients, try to put out as much fire as you can, and have roll-on forces come in with water and stuff and douse it, right? So wouldn't need a tower or a deck gun.
Light Tower would be great. Light Tower's going to do. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's nice. On 60, especially on 60.
yeah.
So that's where your towers going to be. If not so much fire scene.
Makes sense.
The additional 6-inch butterfly intake on the passenger side. $2,439. There's one on the passenger, or one on the driver's side, as part of the standard package, which isn't the standard package on the other manufacturers.
Right.
So they would like to have it.
But regardless, that's gonna carry hose. That's gonna carry 400 gallons of water.
Right now, water versus bring on
And the butterflies are the, to tap into the water source.
those are on the right and left, large suction.
Right. Because you want one on each side, because it depends on what side you gotta fight it from. That makes sense.
And other thing is, so this will have the auto fill at the back of the truck. The other truck has auto fill, the like that.
What's auto fill?
You put your hose up,
Yeah.
charge it. Tank drop down to 60%, fill, when it gets 95, it should pump. Oh, okay. And you don't have to be that smart. And that's something else, on the standard. Doesn't do, because it's a Darling patent.
Is it in your, is it in your ballpark?
I don't know, I don't know how good my figure is, but I got about $53,000 we can take off of it. 613,000. Okay. But we'll have to pay, like lettering stuff is gonna have to pay, you know, what lettering going off, since we want to pay your lettering and your bed, whole bed cover.
Right.
You know, you probably have to put up 10 grand into it. So I'd say,
Now, is that with the light tower and the sprayer gun?
yeah, everything.
Here, this is a demo truck, that's the demo truck in Ohio. And just flip right to the back page and look at it, and what the cost is. And look at the equipment list on it. It has some of the things they want, things that they don't want it, but. Okay.
It's 8,000 miles, all right?
Just under 8,000.
Big shit on sewage, we're back.
And they would discount at $5,000.
Yeah.
My thing really $5,000.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's got a deck gun.
if I may, I think they have basically a base truck without any shelving, cheaper kind of factory or government.
Well, see, they got $7,200 for decal, we can do a thing with that. Do it, they take the deck gun back off of it.
They can't take the deck off.
Because it doesn't have a light tower.
Yeah, you can't have the light tower
And
and the deck. It's gotta be one or the other. On the truck.
So they got the deck, they got. Well, the deck's gonna cost you, the gun's cost you $3,000 some dollars, and the valley's cost you another $6,300, another $6,500. So you got 12,000.
Well,
You don't even need to be on there.
and we just hashed it out. I mean, if you're gonna get one or the other, you might as well get the lights. That'd be,
Oh, for 30 pounds.
what,
Light-
30 grand?
What's
My
light?
light tower's gonna be $300.
Yeah. Don't they have the big flashlights that they can pop up there like magnetic? I bet you could get some from Amazon, save money.
Yeah, I'd say come back with some kind of realistic numbers on it.
My thing is,
Wait till,
I have no idea what you want as far as realistic. I don't know what you're willing to put and what you're not.
you're gonna be in that 520, 30, 40 range, probably.
Okay, the base price is $530.
Well, I know.
So if you're wanting $530, you can't even get there on these prices.
You wait and see what the show brings us, I guess.
Good.
And they just keep running what they run.
Yeah, my suggestion is you sit down and talk to them. But they're the ones. They're in the infield.
It shows in April, right?
Might be in March.
It's and they can play.
You get something, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I will go back and tell you guys. I've got them here, part of the information. They have new engine. Engine or tanker 152, newer tanker 2005. That's the older engine or older tanker. The newer tanker 2009.
Okay.
The backup engine is a 1998. Which would be 30 or 28 years old. Backup engine, 48 years old. The spare engine is a 1992 which means it's 34 years old. They do not need the 92 engine if we buy a new truck. I have a resolution. They open up to give that truck to the fire department. If we'll find a new truck. I don't know what you guys would do funding that engine. If you buy them a truck. What they did last time was they have,
And kept,
Got it. We got jump through a few hoops for us to sell ourselves.
yes, yeah, we have to
And
advertise it, put it on bid website.
and probably 10 to 15,000 truck.
right.
I'd say it's something we talk about when.
You can figure out what
Yeah.
to buy it.
Yeah.
Only have one more thing if we're done about talking about the truck.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do?
We'll table till
After the show,
after the show and see what, we ain't got enough money to buy one right now anyway, not borrowing it, so.
I wanna have a meeting with them, talk about it.
Nah.
I think that'd be what we need to do. My personal opinion. And my personal opinion is we're not gonna find anything. Are you gonna go to the show? Or
you can't police all the firefighters.
there's a lot of them. There's a lot of police out there. Are you gonna go to the show? I don't know what we need to do.
Well, maybe we can have a meeting in March. And we'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other manufacturers out there, darling.
But again, I can tell you, they're cheaper than that and on check. And I don't want to see them chassis. Really don't want to see them chassis because of the engine issue. The International, the heavier chassis, 100 gallons of water. And, okay. Duramax diesel version. And the Darling has the polybody, which they love. Polybody.
The
It's
light,
lighter, you try to get your pick up the big light, so we don't need polybody. Versus somebody with a body.
I would say there's only one thing holding me pushed to. One is I like to defer pricing, we do have to think about first, we got extra time. The other thing is what's going on in the department. Meaning, okay, the first one was a fluke to back up, but and this is why I just wanted the board, and the board looked at the accident report from the December one where the hose flew off,
God, read it.
disabled 2 cars, they had to be towed, I think messed up 2 others. And then the one that really caught me off guard was the chief's accident review. And his statement of what he said in there. And have you read it, Don?
No.
So I don't want to go into it at length, but what I would ask, because I know you've read it, I would just ask Dale, as an attorney, to look at this and review. And since you're the attorney for the township, right? And the board has to do their due regard for managing monies. The trustee has signed a contract with the fire department. They've already broken one. Oh, okay, nobody got hurt. Got it, but it's been broken, it's documented. And now we got this. And it's mainly based on no one got killed, thank God. things were damaged, but it's the chief's report where he says, basically, it's my responsibility. I've known about it since summer that that was fault. And he put it in writing. That's the bad part. So the board has to do something with the fire board. Are we going to continue? Because I think this will be his third year as chief. Is that right, John? Okay. So the board is what is the board going to do? Are we going to go, you know what? If you clean your act up, the chief's going to have to come off, or the assistant chief, both of them. You got to find new leadership for now, because what he put in that report, really just go, I knew about it. It's my fault. I'm responsible. There's responsibility, and then there's accountability. Hey, Bart Coffee, you're responsible for that because you didn't take care of this. But you got to be accountable because you tore some shit up. So if you leave the same group in place to continue forward after that, that could have been a lot worse than it was. Then the township, I think, my question is, are we liable if we don't take some type of action with the board? Through the trustee.
We have no authority over parts.
We got pressure though.
We have no authority over the party.
Yeah.
The authority we have is, guys, we should have a discussion about the things brought up about the taxing report. She requested a meeting from 7 meetings and have the report as resident. Give the guy who likes to contact. He is the ultimate authority of the fire department.
The board president.
Board president, because the board is through the fire chief. The fire chief works through the board.
Yep.
The fire department.
Correct. So, yeah, I get that. I also put the minutes from their fire department meeting in December. So they haven't done anything. They're just kind of like,
Well, they fixed the loop.
well, what I'm saying is they said, read the chief's report. Okay, well, that's going to cost us on insurance because they claimed the roof, right? That's insurance. And then now we got this crash. You know, they get very well, the insurance company get very well. We're not reassuring you.
It's not the first time boats have been lost at the highway
I get it.
by this department,
And it probably won't be the last.
and it may not be the last.
It's the chief's report that was published that I think what sets us up if we don't do something with the board to take action. So what are they gonna do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? The only thing I can see can do is remove the chief, and that's gonna be the board to remove the chief and the assistant chief. They need new leadership. This is 3 years into it. You can't make mistakes like that, especially when you put it in writing without going to an attorney. And you say you knew about it since early summer. Well,
Put that in December.
yeah, at December. So you can't say I knew about the fault.
I think he said he knew about what, June.
Yeah, early summer. Somebody could have got killed. That's all I'm saying. And if Dale, if you would, just review it, think about it. Maybe send us all a summary and say, yeah, I think we're liable if we do A, B, and C. I mean, and if you say we're not, then it's like, okay,
We can be sued by anybody for anything.
yeah, that's right.
For what the work is. Comparable or not.
That's right. But I think we need to do it some way, and maybe a summary opinion from Dale, you know, will put me at ease, go, oh, okay, yeah. So, but what do we want to do about the truck? Just wait and have a meeting next month
I'd say table.
for a month?
What if I think about it?
Okay. Like the light tower, If we're gonna, if we've got 300,000 and we're gonna borrow 300,000, and we're not gonna go with the gun, we got the hose that'll throw water off of it, at least we get lights out on the interstate or whatever. You know,
You can gain your maximum ISO point without that gun if you have a portable monitor.
a portable what?
Portable monitor, which is a large diameter stationary. Page gun.
They got one of them.
They do. Huh?
So you can make that up, and that's what that one doesn't have that effect on making you that option. There's the option to do. But ultimately, if the Darley truck.
Yeah.
I think you have the better chance of helping.
Best engine.
Have the best engine of each other. It's got the poly paint. Or a poly line, which is going to that. It's 400 gallons versus 300 gallons. Water, home makes it go farther. And then you over half is the truck. They had 2 leaking. The fire to your way. And they kind of learned that what was important.
And shit, is that still, shit still as toxic as it was back then?
Class 8 homes from
Never was.
a trip left home.
The aircraft boat?
Aircraft foam or a trip left foam.
Okay.
Stuff that have
Cancer.
the life stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
The Teflon.
Okay.
Chemical. Things.
Yeah, I'd say, Don, maybe in a couple of weeks, go, okay. We thought about it. Let's try to have a meeting sometime in March before the show. Say either, Billy might be able to scrape up some.
Like I see some, hard numbers instead of just,
Those are hard to know. And like I said, there's sticker shock. If I do it out here with it, this is where it is. Because if I threw it out here at $535,000, plus they want this to it, and you're going, oh my God, how much more, how much more, how much more?
Yeah.
You throw it out at the top, you cut it down.
Right.
And if you're not going to show, we're not keeping it. Don's not going to show his mouth.
Hey, that's the good thing about being a police officer. I know exactly what I need in there to fight what I gotta fight, and it's not a fire.
One Darley truck in Ohio, they can bring it to a demo if you want.
That's the one that's got that damn, that's the one that's got that damn nozzle.
oh, yeah,
About
yeah.
5 million with that gun.
Well, is it gonna cost us anything for them to bring it over? Do you wanna see? We've seen enough fire.
If they take more than $5,000.
Yeah, $5,000.
They take 12 grand off for the light or the dick gun, so they don't pay it.
They're not gonna uninstall it. They take the gun off.
I tell them, hey, 8,000 for the mileage. And plus the 5,000. Let's see them do that.
Find out how many hours it's on the pump. Oh, there you go.
And then is the warranty gonna stick as if it was it still will, right?
Well, I don't know.
And I don't have anything
And
from,
what year chassis is it? 2025, 2026, or 2024?
it's not a 26. I mean, that's ridiculous. Get it sold in image.
Well, yeah, I'd be down to go see that.
And your warranty gonna be, if it's a 2-year-old truck already.
You just lost 2 years of your months.
Yeah, and like I said, they've got new trucks factory. I don't know the configuration of them.
Yeah.
And they may be able to add something up there that they get to hang on it, but they can be what we want. But
Well, here's the cool thing. You can call a meeting, or 2 of us can call a meeting. So when you guys find out more information, call me.
I can find out anything you want. I can send, I can have it, here.
Okay, I'll find out what our interest rate's gonna be.
5.5 to 6%, right?
What I was told. And it depends upon the amount of money.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to set a date for March?
I don't want to get the money. I don't want to be.
Oh, instead of going to the show and then making a call?
I would rather just Snow's not gonna show anything.
Right. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna be hanging off of it, so. That's why I defer to you and Billy.
And do they don't. If we're gonna meet with the fire department, or we gonna meet with the Darling Rec, you wanna meet with the Darling Rec?
I don't think we need to meet with the fire department. I mean, they're always gonna want stuff.
Well, they might be. They've told me what they'd like to see, and what they would like to see.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they were represented.
But you and Billy are the senior guys who,
Neither one of us are on the fire department.
yeah, I know that. But you guys can't discount your experience.
True.
So if you say, well, they don't need that.
Yeah.
Right, if you said that, they don't need it, I'm then it's like, okay, then they don't need it.
I would hate to hear and pick out the truck and tell them, here's what you get. I don't think that's gonna be back in.
That's not what we did on the first truck, or last truck.
They had input on it. They had input after we, that makes some changes to it, had it after.
I don't know, next meeting.
No, if we can talk about part of it.
Yeah.
If we want, the Darley truck is an HVAC buy. $2,000 fee. You don't have to do any more bidding.
So how many of them things do you have? How do they cover this?
Also to make it.
Fail your business if you don't.
I scratched on one of them. I don't think I can, but I don't think. Yeah. All of them.
Pick which one you want. Because I make copies for you guys to take home, look at it.
Give me a 213 and a 212, or 612 and 613. 213. Yeah, 213 out.
Billy's a wheel dealer. Like, shit, what are we gonna do? Throw water balloons out the back of my pickup?
And the reason I did that, I did one with the top line depth gun option, top line light power option.
See, this way, if Don and me and you go with what Billy recommended,
I'm scratching.
and they hate it, we'll just do this. We deferred to him.
No. Oh, here it is.
I'm learning. It took me a while. It said, hell, no.
But I think for buying the fire truck department apparatus, I think.
Okay, Jake, I'll make motion to adjourn.
Oh, you didn't want me a second?
Be Mark.
Well, you'll have to, he'll have to know.
I've got one more thing.
Oh,
I got one more thing to bring up.
so,
We can, what we can meeting in March.
oh,
Huge month.
Good.
Talked about it last year, talked about it the year before. Guys want to raise the team fund to its maximum amount. Or difference in the tax. So, point. Pro forty. White average. We put it as point. 0.33. Good. That's our maximum one. It's about $10,000 to $15,000 more. Here, to work with, which is what we're paying for. From turn out here, that's the, and for that, we've been lucky, we've got the turnout here, the fire department got on grant, got the CBA on play. We're paying for everything.
Let me ask you a question, do we need that?
but when do we need? They don't have to be decided till next budget, right?
One has to be done. We've got one meeting, if not two. March.
I think it's just one.
I've got it here.
Probably.
I'm gonna go with bathroom. Here's the
What's the new fund now? What did you say?
0.084 and point 0.028.
Pretty, but you're on that, you got that sheet.
And you said we could raise it to 0.0333. That's the max, right?
That is the max.
To be honest, I'm tired of fucking paying taxes. I've been 142% since 2020.
Well, ours went, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, it was like 55,000, now it's almost 13.
And we still haven't seen, well, I mean, I remember from last year what they told us this spring and this fall.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
So there, that went up another,
It'll come out in April, I don't know what the taxation will be.
I already know what it is. I mean, I got it last year. Just waiting for the dollar amount. I got the percentage amount.
Yeah,
I think we got plenty of money.
March meeting. What's a good time?
well, I guess John needs to figure out from Darley, answer some of these questions like it used truck, how you did it.
Yeah.
Is it 2 years old, is it,
So we'll give John until the next meeting to make the decision, right?
he can tell us,
Yeah.
they want to show up to the truck.
I'm not interested in raising the
Finish it. I let John sit next meeting again, when he finds out everything.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I will tell you this, the fire department, by NFPA standards, will have 270 years of bond. They're already point with our current finances and stuff, I've already told them this. They're going to be when you have 1 cent for every year for you. So,
And we said they need,
National Fire Protection.
That's yes,
the motion. Because they're supposed to be able to come back after a fire, take that year off. And get be washed and cleaned before you ever have to burn it. And
Never wash it, never wear it again. Oh, it's gotta be washed.
not be washed.
Oh, washed, that threw me off.
Wash it. And look
Yeah,
at
that-
the
we
river.
just have to have one meeting, that's to be public hearing. Up to speak. There's a 30-day, pass the resolution, 30-day option. Everything has to be submitted to state election.
That's all we.
So you probably want to have your public hearing sometime in April.
I gotta keep you, I know I'm shooting. I'll just leave it with Terry.
And now, I'll be a no vote for it.
Keep fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I'm saying.
I didn't.
I mean,
We're gonna leave it up to you. Find out.
But let's get it to that. Don't leave it to me. It is not going to be on March 19th.
Well, good.
Okay.
Well, the hot tub calendar sheet.
How about March 12th?
What the hell?
Second week in March.
Hold on, March 12th?
That's a month. from now.
Yeah, I don't see it. They're good for you.
Yeah, I can go.
And I'll meet with the fire department
I don't,
and
You could,
Darling guy.
I don't care if he wants to show up.
yeah,
We need to find out, you need to find out on these.
he wants to show up with a truck at the meeting and.
It's used, it's a used truck, how used or what year it is.
It is not you. It will title and the new truck. I think it will
But it's a demo,
be
basically.
the deal.
Yeah, but it might be titled as a new truck, but it's gonna be titled in 2024, 2026. It's gonna make a big difference on.
Okay, March 12th at 6:30, okay with everybody?
Well, if they bring the truck over, we might do it during the day,
Because,
because the Dale doesn't have to be here for it.
I mean, we can do it earlier, but daylight. I mean,
Yeah, we,
I know, by that time it'll be 6 o'clock, surely it's gonna be that. Light.
when John finds out what he wants to find out, we already got the date this time.
Yeah, I just throw up the,
Hey, got a question for you. We're in this meeting. What year is the demo truck in Ohio?
Oh, it's a behind you.
Is it 25? Okay. What else you want to know?
oh, will the new one be at 26 or 27?
The new one, are the ones in factory in 26 or 25? They're 25, so if we,
I was thinking,
Trying to get rid of, every time you build trucks, I guess.
are, okay, and you got some on the line that are 26? Yeah, you don't have any internationals on the line. How much are all the ones at the factory, do they all have take guns on them? But they don't have that, okay? But
What's the price? Price is still on, over 5 days. Yeah, that's international.
Ford 550 base price is $4 million.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, right.
base price is exactly the same.
But probably 25,
okay. Okay. What else you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the question we had already. Thank you very much. Uh-huh.
They've got him on speed dial, shit.
Call me. So they have them at the factory, don't have that no more. Factories and the three that are not have that, they can be added.
It's gonna be a 25.
Okay, they're 25.
One on the assembly line now are gonna be 25.
They don't have anything on the assembly line.
Right,
But they're international.
okay.
But anything that would be a 27. They had to get chassis because the one want to build.
Let's see when they can bring one over.
Yeah, see what, yeah.
Yeah. Bring two, bring one with a light
Right,
rack.
for any difference between 25 and 26 chassis.
There you go.
Okay, no, they don't have them.
Just the price.
No different. No problem.
Well, we'd be better off buying 26 chassis, so. It's already a year old,
Well, unless they give us the price and, you know,
unless they knock off 10%.
The difference is, one they got up there and built. They can do modification to.
Yeah.
But
But we don't, I mean, 26,
we wait on.
we don't care what it's. Make most of my jersey.
I say, all in favor?
God,
Thank you.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, third. Be 29. You gonna be cracking my balls on here? 8:29, damn it, not 8:30.
Just thought you wanted to do that there.
Oh, I was make sure my watch. Holy shit.